Now let us learn about a very powerful feature of Python lists called list slicing. So let us jump back here, and this time without I'll do it not using idle, but instead I will use the Windows command line interface. So basically go here and type it's not taking cmd, and that will run the command prompt, and I have increased the font size of the command prompt a little bit so that it's a bit easier to see, but regardless. So notice that we are inside our home directory right now. So this is my username, and your username will be just right here. So you can change where you are by using the command cd. So I'll just go inside the desktop right now. So you can just say cd desktop, and now I'm inside the desktop, and from the desktop I will call our Python command line interface. So you remember that if we do this, we get this same thing that we get in idle, and we can basically do the same things, but here you would not get the little bit of help that idle provides you. But anyway, so in this lesson we would learn about Python list slicing, but I want to show different methods of generating lists and so on. So here what we will actually do is get the list of all the different files in a folder, and to do that we need to import a package. What I mean by that is by default, or when you run a Python instance like this, it comes with certain functions, like let's say this list function that comes with it. But if we want to access some other function, and lots of functions are available like this, you can also download these packages that you can then import, and then you can use all of those functionalities. So think of it as adding functionality, or using a plugin. So before you use the plugin, you have to actually import it. So here we need to import OS. So there is a package in Python called OS, and we just import it. Now all the things that are inside of OS are available to us, and there is a thing called os.listdir. There is a function called that, and if we do that, we will get a list of all the different files in our current folder. So without putting anything in here, if we do this, we will get a list of all the files that are inside desktop now, because remember we ran Python inside from desktop. So Python is running from desktop now. So if we do this, you can see that we get our so we have all of these add2.py, add2demo.py, and you can see all of that is here now. So let's put that in a list. I haven't actually done that, so let's put that in a list. So let's say file list. Always name your variables as nicely as possible. So now we have the file list, which is a list of all the files we have, and now let's so what if I wanted all the elements in the list but the first one. So I don't, for some reason I don't want the first element in this list. So the way to do that, what we can do is we can select a subset of any list by what is known as list slicing. So the way we do this is we say file list, and then we specify the name of the list, and then within square bracket instead of specifying just one element. So if we just do this, then we get the index 1, basically the second element back, which is add2demo.py. You can see, instead of doing that, what we will do is we will say 1:. That means give me everything starting at this index. So the general syntax of slicing is this: start :n. So basically you put the starting index in here, and then you put a colon, and then you put where you want it to end. So if I put 1,3, then Python would select the first element, or so the element at index 1, the element at up to but not including the element at index 3. So this is 1. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, right. So, this will not be included. So, I will just get this and that. Let us run that, and sure enough we get these two elements back. So, remember, just like as in range, the last so if we say range 10, the list that you get does not include this this number, but up to it, but not including the last number. The same logic basically applies here. You get the elements up to the index, but not including it. This is important to remember. So, if I say 1 comma 5, I will get the index 1, 2, 3, 4, but not including 5, up to but not including 5. So, you will get until hello world.py, hello world code.py, yeah, but not including hello world.py. So, there are some nice tricks you can do with this. So, let us take a look at a few of that. So, if we do not specify the second element, that means it goes till the end of the list. So, this will be all the elements, but not the first one, because we started at index 1. So, the index 0 is excluded from it. If we put something in here, then it will be all the element up to that, but not including it again. So, 0, 1, 2, 3. So, up to demo.py, but not including it. 0, 1, 2, 3, yeah, of course. So, this is the element number 3. So, 0, 1, 2, and that is what we got. And then what you can do is you can do colon minus 1, and this is a specific syntax for reversing the array. So, you can see that in this instance the list has been reversed. So, you can actually there is a specific function for that. You can also call file list dot reverse, I think, and let us check out file list. So, you can see these does the exact same thing. So, this is a specific slicing syntax for reversing the list. Colon minus. So, remember, the file list is no longer this list, the file list is now this list. So, let us do file list colon minus 2, and this should give you the list the last two elements, or no, removing the last two elements. So, you can see that the last two elements has been removed. So, yeah, so basically these are the basic syntaxes, and you can look up many more examples if you want to. Feel free to ask any questions to me or my brother if you want, and that is it. This is very powerful. You can do a lot of stuff with this later on when we learn of strings. You can see that you will learn that you can do the exact same things with strings also. So, that gives you a lot of power and flexibility to do a lot of things.